All right, tell me what happened.
Friday, October the 20th, I can't remember the exact date.
Yeah.
On Friday, this past Friday. My son, Gavin Gallardo, came home. He got off the bus, and I asked him, I said, "Where's your brother?" He said, "Mom, I thought you picked him up." And I'm like, "No, where's your brother?" So I called the school, asked the school about Giovanni. They said he was on the bus. I told him, no, they wasn't, because his older brother rode the bus, the same bus. Automatically I left. Me and my husband left, went down to the school, got down there, and they could not tell me where my son was. They assumed that he was on another bus that was loading the same time as his regular bus loads. When they called Mr. Fugay, which is the other bus driver, he called out Giovanni's name. Giovanni didn't answer, so he called back to school and told the school that Giovanni was not on the bus. At the time, they could not tell me exactly where my son was. Of course, after that, I was starting to get really upset because nobody could tell me where my son was. Finally, it was after making phone calls, the high school principal was in charge of the bus barn or whatever it's called. They were trying to figure out where Giovanni was. Probably about 4 o'clock, Mr. Fugay called back and said that they had found him asleep on his bus. The elementary school personnel was very rude, very not compassionate whatsoever. I was at the school within 5 minutes of being at the school. They called the cops saying that they had an irate parent, that they wanted a police officer there. They came there. We had left the elementary school to go over to the high school, to the barnyard, because that's where they said the bus barn is, to look at all the buses. Then I called Slocum PD. They sent out Lieutenant Cole. He's the only one out of all this chaos going on Friday that sincerely said, "Miss Gallardo, I'm sorry. We will find Giovanni." We didn't receive Giovanni till about 4:00. I guess it was about 4:30, because they called about 4:05 saying that he was on the bus. So it's about 4:25, 4:30 when we received Giovanni.
And they brought him back where?
They brought him back to the elementary school. He gets on the bus at 2:30. We didn't receive him until about 4:30. That's 2 hours where I didn't know where my son was. Very, very rude and compassionate people.
All right, tell me what happened Monday when you went to school.
Monday morning, I took Giovanni to school, took him to his classroom, dropped him off to his teacher, told his teacher that he was going to now be a car rider. When I came out of the classroom, what's your principal's name?
Mr. Benton.
Mr. Benton was in the hallway. We then decided between him and I that we needed to have a meeting. He said 8:15. Me and my husband came back at about 8:15. Went back. Stop, baby. Went back, and we was maybe in the office 7 minutes at the most. My husband started off saying, "Well, I'm pretty sure you know what happened on Friday. We was just trying to figure out how this could happen, why this would happen." He told my husband, he said, "Stop." He said, "I had a staff meeting with my staff, and I was told that your wife was irate. Your wife was disrespectful and unruly to my staff. Of course, I'm going to be upset because I did not know where my child was." I told him, I said, no, wait just a minute. I done like this. I said, no, wait just a minute. I said, the only thing that was disrespectful that I could have said to your staff was, after being there, was, for a while, when they could not give me answers where my son was, I want to know where my damn son is, and I want to know where he is now. Well, all of a sudden, he put up that finger and told me that I had no business talking to him or his staff that way. My husband told him, my husband goes, "No, you wait just a minute. That's my wife. She's not one of your students. You could change your tone of voice with her." He said, get out of my office now, or I'm calling the police, and I'm going to have restraining order and he can tell you exact words. A restraining order and
Protection order.
Yeah.
It might have been a protection order. I can't remember what exactly he said. So then and there, my husband walked out, and I called because I have Lieutenant Cole's cell number. I called him and had him come right away and told him exactly what happened.
Did you get a call from the superintendent?
Yes. It was, when did I talk to you? Monday?
Yeah.
It was Monday. About 20 minutes after I talked to you on Monday, he called me. He said that he was sorry that this happened, that he could see where his staff did mess up, he could see where things did go wrong, that we need to learn to get along. Basically, that's all he could say, was he was sorry, and that he was going to get to the bottom of this. The point that I was trying to make, Giovanni, the point I was trying to make is, how could you lose a 5-year-old child for 2 hours and not know where he's at? And then have the unconsideration and the compassion of adults to another parent that has their child, they don't know where they're at. You know? It needs to get out there. You know? Slocum Elementary staff is incompassionate. They were joking about when Giovanni was lost, when they did not know where he was at. They were joking about, oh, I don't even know where my son is. Do you know where your son is? He. You don't joke about things like that when someone's kid's missing. You don't joke about it at all.